So there is a common misconception about QA. I would like to address it first. That is like if you are not good in coding, or if you feel like that it is too stress or too over stress to do development work, coding, that you look for quality assurance works.
Jobs in this industry makes us become less socializing. We miss friends and family. Like they say, in jobs in this industry, they make it miss and family and friends. Miss the opportunities that have to make memories with the family and everything. So I can see that you have a very nice family, and in my knowledge, you have a husband. So hello everyone, welcome you all to the newly acquaintance brought you as Quality with a non-stranger. So I'm Dithmeena Egodagamage from Rodrigo Club of University of Columbus School of Computing, and this is our 7th episode of our podcast, and I can't wait you to meet our newest stranger. So today we have a very special guest joining us. We are thrilled to have her on our show today and share her expertise and insights with our audience. Not only she is an accomplished professional, but she is also an incredibly kind and generous person who is always willing to lend a helping hand. So currently she works as quality assurance lead, working as head of QA at Acentic, which is a software development company. So without further ado, let's get started and learn more about Miss Oshadhi Thrikawela journey till today and valuable lessons she has learned along the way. So hi Miss Oshadhi, welcome you to our podcast.
Thank you very much.
So how are you doing today?
I'm doing very good, and I'm really excited to be here and share my story with you.
Well, that's great. So I just briefly introduced to our audience. So can you tell us a bit more about yourself?
So I'm actually a graduate of University of Columbus School of Computing. We are the third batch, so pretty old. So that was back in 2008, and I started my journey as a software QA intern from Millennium IT. Now it's called LSCG. And after a couple of years there, I moved to another project-based company called GBO Australasia, and then a subsidiary of Mars called Info. After that, we got the opportunity to work abroad, so we moved to Dubai and worked there in it's actually the we see always the client, the development aspect. So that was the client side of it. So I moved and worked with the client over there. And after that, we came back to Sri Lanka and worked a couple of years with Creative Software. And then currently I'm working as a head of QA in Ascent. So it's quite a long journey.
Yeah, it is. And it is great to hear such a journey. So starting off the podcast with a simple question, how is your life these days?
Work front, as I said, so I'm currently recently I moved into this head of QA role in Acentic. So my full focus is to this is a new role to me, so my focus is to learn new aspects and like more strategic aspects of the industry, and build my career further. Personally, yes, so the family life and everything supporting with it. So that's the basics of me.
Fantastic. So if I remember correctly, you graduated university at 2008. You are the third batch of the university. So after more than a decade, you come to the university. So how does it feel to be back in here?
To be honest, very nostalgic, and a lot has changed. A lot of buildings has changed, and I think I hope that not only the physical aspects, the course content and everything must have changed. So it's really like going back in time, and it's a really nice experience coming back.
Great. So moving on, many believe that our university years are the pinnacle of their youth. So it's been a while, and it's always interesting to reminisce what we have experienced in the past and how far we have come along the way. So if you don't mind, can you share some most memorable memories of your university days?
Yeah, so the most memorable memory here is that I'm coming from a girls' school and girls only family, so very like covered background.
Yeah.
So when I when I came to the university, I met friends from all around the Sri Lanka, which was really different. So their personal experience was different, family background was different, the way of thinking. So a lot of it was really different. So that was the most memorable experience for me. And also, I must say, this is my mother's university as well. So back then, she had lectures in New Arts Theatre as well, and I also had lectures in that time. So the very first day when I walked into the university with my mom, it was a very nice experience for both of us. Since I have been hearing a lot of stories about the university throughout my childhood, and then when I landed here, it was really nice experience for me.
Alright, so it is so great to hear that. So moving on, we all know that university experience is kind of bit of roller coaster, right? For all of the people in here, there are a lot of good and bad memories.
Yep.
So what can you specify as toughest challenges, the challenges that you have faced inside the university?
So like I said earlier, I'm coming from a very restricted or like the controlled background. So when I met these personalities from different backgrounds, I sometimes felt like this is not really fitting to me. So I had some struggles fitting to the culture, some difficulties with it. So it was challenging for me, to be honest. And I had a very close circle with very limited set of friends. So they actually helped me with it, and my family. So that is one thing. And the other memorable thing is actually about the exams and assignments. So it's not that bad, but the thing is, so when during the A-level times and the school days, what we mostly do is we have tutors, parents, friends. So we have a lot of supports. But when it comes to university, it's like you have to figure it out on your own, what you want to do, your future, everything. So that was a different experience for me. Those are the most challenging things that I face.
Right. So university days are kind of the things we get to experience that push our boundaries and get to know about life, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, of course. So I just asked what is your most memorable memory in the university? But is there something missed out? Is there something sweet? There are more certain our memories in your life. There must be. So can you tell us a bit more about those things?
Yeah.
We would love to know.
Yeah, there's one thing that is the rag period. So when we hear the word rag, so we think about the brutal and more physical and harmful type of activities. For us, it was not like that. It was all fun and all silly and actually kind of laugh at yourself kind of activities. So our seniors made sure that we are down to earth, and we are keeping all the egos and everything behind and come to the university. So at that time, I may not have enjoyed it, but definitely when I look back now, I feel it is a really nice memory, and also I feel like that was the foundation of having good friends and also gel the batch together. So it was not brutal and it was not physical at all. It was really fun.
Right. So it's something great that those are the memories that stick with us from the entire life, right? Yes. So moving on with the questions. So now you are in this position. Now you are in the QA field. What led you to pursue this career field? And how was your experience that you shared along the way? Have changed in the field that changed you in the past decade of your life?
Yeah, so in our days, so we had little knowledge about IT during the A levels because we never had any IT subjects. We had only chemistry, physics, maths, those kind of stuff. So, and after that, I applied for universities and I got UCSC. It was not my intention to start a career in IT, but I was selected to UCSC, hence I came along with it for the computer science degree. But after starting the degree program, I was drawn to the analytical aspect of an analytical aspect associated with the QA part, and so like that is the main drive towards it. After coming to the QA path, I understood now this is something that you actually verify and qualify and build the trust with the customer about a quality product and build the confidence. So this aspect actually is really encouraging to me, and it makes me really happy when at the end of the day when someone gets a really quality product, that makes me happy. So I really enjoy what I do right now. So yeah, that's basically about it.
Right. So for the people who are out there like to pursue this career path, what skills and experiences that most important for being success in this QA as a QA professional? What do
you mean? Freshers, undergraduates?
Yeah, you can say like for the freshers, for the just fresh graduates, the people who are in the industry who would like to change their path.
Okay, so there is a common misconception about QA. I would like to address it first. That is like if you are not good in coding, or if you feel like that it is too stress or too over stress to do development work, coding, that you look for quality assurance works. But actually that is not really true. So the quality assurance work is equally stressful if there are certain situations. So we'll come to that later. So for the question you asked, skill wise, first soft skill, I'll talk about the soft skills. That is excellent communication skills, because as a QA engineer you will have to communicate with the developers, stakeholders, customers. So having this communication skill really helps, and interpersonal skill to work with a team, and also really good analytical skills. From a fresher we do not expect a QA experience, but these skills we expect because these are the things that you grow over time. And then attention to details. So this is something that you can actually grow while doing the assignments and projects also. And then technical skills. Then comes to this common misperception about the coding, but you need the basics of programming language skills. Automation, to do automation you need the basic understanding about the languages, databases, and certain architectures and technical details. So you need to have these ideas to grasp or have a deeper knowledge about the system that you test. So otherwise you will be just a tester who just tests whatever you are getting. That will not actually help you in your career. And then these skills and understanding about software development life cycle, which you can gain from your theory knowledge during the university, and having hands-on experience. By hands-on experience, what I mean is, so in your university assignments and the projects, I understand the basic idea of it is actually developing it, but you can focus on the quality aspect as well. How to test this, how to automate this, can I do this, can I actually how can I improve the quality or security of this. You can ask these questions and find ways to do it. So that is how you can gain these skills during your university career. It applies to the freshers as well. I don't think anyone expects freshers or undergraduates to have hands-on QA, thorough QA skills, but these are the things that you can gather over time.
Right. So I think our audience should have get the idea what they are looking for as a QA professional in the industry. So moving on, starting a new job or starting something new comes with expectations and goals, right? So when you entered the industry as an intern, what kind of expectations did you have? Like, have you met those expectations? No.
Yeah. Yes. So when I started as a QA intern, unfortunately, our degree program did not have much content to cover what quality assurance engineering is, let alone like any software. I think other than the basic development work, we did not have much idea about other aspects of software industry. So I did have very little knowledge when I started. But my company that I started internship, that is Millennium IT, helped me with this. So when I started my career, my intention was to gain knowledge, gain skills, and grow as a person in this career. So now, after a lot of time, like 14-15 years back here, now I have moved from operational level activities to more strategic level activities. So I have done manual testing, automation, and different type of testing, customer handling, those kind of things I have done during my past career. Now I'm moving more into with my new role, strategic aspects. So what I'm right now focusing on is like pre-sales of projects and building a quality vision for our quality team, and also finding testing strategies for new technologies and new kind of domains that comes our way. So it's really interesting but challenging what I do right now, and I have a lot of things to learn here. Hence, my actually focus right now is to invest more time in this and for the next couple of years.
Right, that is great. So moving on to the questions. How do you stay up to date in the technology, the latest trends in the field? Like, what advice do you have to give to those undergraduates to stay informed about this field?
Yeah. So IT industry is continuously changing. It's quite challenging to keep up with all the trends. I don't think we can do cover the entire aspect, but what I do is I focus on my personal interests as well as company's vision to update me in that area. Otherwise, it is really hard to know a little bit of everything, to be honest. So the ways that I use is there are good forums in LinkedIn, and there are good blogs, articles that you can refer to, and the community. So this IT industry in Sri Lanka is really small. If you go to any company or any place, you will find a friend. You will find someone that you know. So build that community and keep in touch with them and stay up to date about what they are doing, what they are up to. Not as in a gossipy way, but rather to understand where we are and what we are lacking. As well as there are conferences, seminars, and online courses like Udemy and Coursera provides really good courses. So that also helps.
Right, fantastic. So as many of us know, as many people know, the jobs in this industry make us become less socializing. We miss friends and family. Like they say, in the jobs in this industry, they make it miss and family and friends, miss the opportunities that have to make memories with the family and everything. So I can say that you have a very nice family, and in my knowledge, you have a husband who is in this same industry. So what is your perspective about that? What is this work-life balancing with this within this industry?
Yeah, so I'm first of all I'm a mother of a 9-year-old girl. So there are a lot of requirements from her side for me to be really present and support her throughout her day. Not only the schoolwork, but her other problems, her friends, all those things. Actually, it is really hard to have this healthy balance between work and personal life. What I do is we make sure that we have quality family time during the day. We have an allocated time to spend with the family. So, and also we have an allocated time to work. So we have that separation. There are times that we get distracted, that's true, but we have that separation, hence we know that like, okay, this is our family time. And also another important thing is like knowing our boundaries. Like if you know that having this meeting at this time is not practical, you have to say no to it, and make sure that everyone understands and respect our boundaries. We should do the same to others. As an example, I really admire this aspect. My current company always says not to send emails, not to send chats during the office hours, because that actually tempts them to reply. So we need to understand and respect their boundaries, as well as we have to have our boundaries. And the other thing is actually like having time to enjoy. Like work is not everything. Do whatever you like and do whatever you enjoy with your family, having a meal, bake a cake, whatever you like, as well as pursue like your hobbies, go a trip if you like, do something. Like having that break really help to like refresh and come back with a good mindset to work. So I think that actually helps to balance both, rather than like having an exhausting like very stressful life. I try to stick to that as much as possible.
Right. So as long as you are okay with the things that you want in the life, it is great in the industry, right?
Yeah, I have to actually add one more thing. That is, the companies right now are more towards hybrid work setup. So we do work from home a lot, and we go to the office couple of days, or like as you wish. Some don't do that at all. So we need to define these things according to our understanding, our requirement. And also I feel like companies actually help us to find that balance and have this flexible working culture. So it's our call to tell what we want and adjust to it. So then it's really easy.
Yeah. So as I heard, like most of the companies in the industry right now working as you don't have to work like 8 to 5. You just cover the things that you have for the day, and you can just take the rest of the day. Is it same with your position right now?
Yeah, so it's like this. Sometimes some work that most of the time that I work, the work that I have demand more time. So when it comes to people aspect and people management aspect, you can't measure that time from hours, because like to listen to them, to think about a proper solution to match this, so it takes time, hours to do that. So it's actually, you can't measure it as an 8 to 5 job. So but like we are trying to figure it out with our other activities and other office work. So I won't say that it is always 8 to 5, but like trying to figure it out between that time frame.
Right. So moving with the questions, being a professional in the industry like over a decade, I think 13 years to be exact, I guess. So what kind of things that you think, the good and the bad things about your job role, like the journey you had, what are the experiences that you have seen, good and the bad before?
good traits are actually the opportunities that we get. During my career, I have moved into a couple of companies. In all those companies, I learned something new, a different experience, different setup. That actually helped a lot to grow my career. And also, like IT industry is something that is actually in the pandemic period, and even like when there's a financial crisis, it's still somehow like managing. So being an IT professional really is helpful in that aspect. And also there are endless opportunities within the country, outside the country, and like this is a very open industry. So if you feel like that you want to change the track, and if you are willing to start from this beginning, then that is also possible. So I think those are the main advantages. And then again, I have to mention the financial aspect. It's not a secret that actually IT sector is doing really well right now, and so that's another good thing. The bad things about this is actually what I feel. When I talk about quality assurance aspect, so quality assurance engineers get involved from the beginning to end in the software development life cycle, but heavy QA activities are happening towards the end of the software development life cycle. So whatever the changes happening in the first phases, development changes, requirement changes, or resource changes, it really affects the deliveries, and it adds additional pressure to the QA engineers. So that is why most of the time, when there is a release, QA engineers are stressed. So that I feel like a bad experience. But there are ways to overcome it. It's not one person's responsibility to overcome. It's a process that the team needs to adhere to. Then things can be more in place.
All right. So that's a great answer to the questions that I just asked. So getting like out of the flow that we are going all about the QA and everything, I just want to ask you, like, what's the best advice that you have ever received in your life, and who gave it to you?
So I think definitely there are a couple of advices, but out of those, there is one thing that like stick to my mind. That is, like, I had this HR training from a Swedish HR consultant, and in that, this person told that don't treat the people the way you wanted to be treated. Treat them the way they wanted to be treated. So it actually, like, when I look back at it, it really makes sense. Like, I should not treat them the way that I want to be treated. I should respect and treat the way that person needs to be treated. So I actually try to fit to it when I'm managing the QA team most of the time.
Great, that's a great advice indeed. So yes, so getting back on the track, so currently there are lot of job opportunities in the industry. I don't know whether you had those opportunities as much as right now back in those times. So searching for a new job, some people are creating new job roles for their own with all their requirements. So what are the different job opportunities for the undergraduates and for anyone who is trying to fit into these QA positions in the industry? What kind of job opportunities that they have that normally they don't know about?
I have interviewed a lot of fresh graduates and freshers and undergraduates. I understand most of them think that quality assurance engineering is actually like the testing. Yes, so you need to actually first need to have your basic thorough. Basics means principles of QA, technologies and tools, and your like the you need to explore different aspects: API testing, automation, and technical testing. So having this broad knowledge what is the foundation of your QA career. And then so there are certain people who would like to explore more in technical aspect. They can specialize in their specific areas, like automation engineers can specialize in that. Security like penetration testing, those kind of things you can specialize. Performance testers, there are separate job roles for this. Even there is something called QA ops. It is actually DevOps kind of so related to the automation. So this is another career path that you can explore, but keep in mind that you need to have the QA basics. For the people who feel like that you need that you're more into processes, customer handling, and business management, those kind of things, you can actually grow your career in there's another part that is strategic aspect, that is being like the playing a strategic role of the company, part of QA manager, that aspect. So you can like focus on that as well. I hope this gave you an like a broad idea about what are the opportunities available. I need to add one more thing, that is now the agile teams have like limited number of people, so having skills to play multiple roles, multiple hats within a team actually add value and give you more opportunities. Like if you are a QA engineer, if you can do the requirements gathering, you can actually play BA plus QA role, and if you can do the Scrum Master role, that is also fine. If you can do the pipeline setup, then you can be the QA and do the pipeline setup, QA ops. So you can actually, if you can play the multiple roles, that would be really good.
Right. So I think our audience got the idea, more idea about the QA position and the industry, what they are looking for, all those things in a better way. So moving on with the questions. So looking back at your own career, what kind of advices that you have to give to the undergraduates, not only the people who are searching for the QA positions, for all the undergraduates who are trying to get into the industry, the people who are trying to make their own path in the industry, what kind of advice that you have to give to them?
I have a couple of advices. One thing is learn your basics, that helps. Soft skill matters, attitude matters a lot, and like do what you love and love what you do. If you do not love what you do, try to find like something that you really love. So even in the IT industry, if you feel like that I'm so exhausted being a developer, you can try other things here. So there are a lot of opportunities. So try to find what you love, and don't give up on your dreams, and have fun. So because we do all these things to enjoy our life, so that is the main thing. If you don't enjoy, no point doing it as well. Try to make sure to enjoy.
Alright, that's great. Those are some great advices coming from you as a professional in the industry. So unfortunately, we have come to the end of our episode. So as we come to the end of our conversation, I would like to know, what do you think about this project, this Quality with a Non-Stranger project? What is your idea? What is your thoughts about? Any suggestions that you can add to the project?
I think this is a great initiative, and I'm so happy. Like I was so happy when you reached out to me that something like this is happening. I think you can like expand it with more audience and get like more UCSC community to get involved with this. There are a lot of seniors out there who would like to actually support the university, but there is no way to do it right now. So I think if we create the right path, it will add a lot of benefit to the undergraduates and the industry in return as well.
Right, so thank you so much for that input. So as we wrap up this awesome episode brought you as the Colloquy with a non-stranger, let's give a big round of applause to our incredible guest, Miss Oshadhi. Actually, your presence have shown us absolute delightful in this episode. I must say, in a very good perspective. So, and I think I believe that it has made a good impact on our audience too, compared to all the other things that we have done. So thank you so much being part of this podcast. So yeah, we have a blast chatting with our new guest today. So we hope that our viewers also have had much fun listening to it. So we want to express our appreciation to all those who has tuned in for our today's episode, brought to you by the Rotary Club of University of Columbus School of Computing. So thank you so much for tuning in for today's episode, and thank you for being part of our journey. So if you enjoyed our show, please leave a like and a comment right below, and stay tuned in for more thought-provoking episodes yet to come. So we can't wait to bring a new fantastic personality for you in the next few episodes. So if you want to know who is going to be, please subscribe to our channel. So until we meet again, stay tuned.